Right, guys, the light's really fading here, so I'm trying to be really quick because I need to pop out literally in 5 minutes. The government on about lockdown. Well, they're not actually talking about lockdown yet. They're saying about the new virus coming in, the mutation. Is there going to be another lockdown before Christmas, basically? That's what I want to know today. Let's just have a look at the energy quickly. I did hear taking matters into their own hands, and I actually feel this is like the public. They're just going to be like, we're not having any of it. I heard mass arrests a moment ago as well. Is there going to be, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but when I said mass arrests, this is literally group arguments and fighting. Group arguments, fighting, okay? I think what might happen is the government may try and say we have to have a lockdown. Everybody is going to raise arms and say, no, we're not doing it this time. It's not happening. And the government will realize, I hear overrun. They're actually concerned they could be overrun. And then because we all stand together, a lot of people are going to stand together this time and say no. We then actually have the Eight of Wands energy, which means positive movement forward and fast thinking. High Priestess, this is about the public as well, thinking we're not going to fall for it again this time, as in the control aspect of it. I feel a lot of people have woken up to it more, if you know what I mean there. Nine of Swords still means a lot of anxiety, obviously. People about their family, their health, their businesses. So there's still a lot of anxiety and fear based around all this. And the Judgment card as well. The Judgment card. Now let's just see if this is us judging the government. Ten of Wands, hardship. Lies and deceit, lies and deceit. Lies and deceit, hardship, the government. And at the end, the Ace of Cups, which is actually the card of love and unity, and the Page of Swords. I kind of feel here they are going to try and put something into place, and there's going to be such a mass outcry that people aren't going to go along with it, and it's going to cause a lot of issues. So there could be some precautions, but I feel they're going to stop from trying to push us too far, because I heard Rebel in Arms. Rebel in Arms? What the hell's that? I've heard of that before. Rebels in Arms. It's almost like it's going to backfire on them massively. There's going to be so much resistance and fighting and protest, and I hear mass arrests if this goes ahead, that I feel they won't be able to push us like they want to, if that makes sense. They're not going to be able to control us this time. It won't work the same way it worked last time, because the last time it was very new to us and it's all fear-based. I mean, we were terrified. I know I was scared, like, oh, you got asthma, you're high risk, and I was working in schools, and I was really freaked out about it all. But this time I hear we know better, we know more. And the devil again, all the cards are kind of negative about this, as in from the government side of things, okay? Lies and deceit, the devil, temptation, power, addiction. It's not the best cards. And it's almost like the more unity we have and the more we come together, we can actually almost stop them from doing this or delay the process. This is what I'm feeling here with the Page of Swords. It's in slowing down what they want to put into effect. It's almost like because there's going to be such an outcry, they're going to do a U-turn. But I do feel they are going to try and have, I'm hearing boundaries. There's definitely going to be something they're going to try and push on us, what I feel. Injustice overall, which I feel again is I'm hearing the people coming together. The people coming together. The people coming together. The people coming together, charging in. Also, interestingly, the King of Swords is a kind of energy which is highly intelligent, free-spirited. And then we have the Knight of Swords as in that energy charging in. And because it's a card of intellect, I feel it's because we're more knowledgeable about it this time. I feel more people are scared of the actual jab, having a jab, than they are actually of the COVID, to be honest. So I feel that I do hear restrictions. So I do feel they're going to try and place restrictions on us. But literally, I hear mass outcry, warring, literally war, like the just people having none of it. And they're going to have to rethink. I hear rethink. So you'll probably hear something coming out before Christmas about potential lockdowns and try and put things in place. And again, I do hear boundaries. I'm just not sure what those boundaries are going to be yet in the cards, guys. It's almost like if they do try and do a full lockdown, we're going to push back on it and say we're not doing it, and no one's going to do it. People are just going to be walking out. People are just going to be walking around in the streets and carrying on. Even if they lock up the shops, the stores, I keep hearing mass arrest and fighting. Literally, there won't be enough police to contain it. No one's going to do it. I can't say no one. There's going to be people that will, obviously, they will. But in general, I just feel it's going to be a mass. It's anger as well. It's a lot of anger. I hear not the second time round, not a second time round. Like, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this. We've lost too much already. We've lost too much already. And when I mean that, I mean people that have problems with the economy, everything, with their jobs. Not again, not again. Not on my watch. What the hell does that mean? Not on my watch. Power to the people. I feel we're going to fight back so much on this that they're going to have to. I keep hearing rethink, rethink. So I do feel there are going to be some boundaries. I'm getting goosebumps. There are going to be some boundaries they are going to try and put in place, but there's going to be such a big pushback. They're going to have to rethink them. I hope so, because again, I already feel the fear. I mean, if you just look at some of the media headlines, it's coming, it's going to be worse than it was before. I don't feel right now they're going to be able to contain us. It's not about the virus. They're not going to be able to contain us. I keep hearing power to the people, power to the people. Enforce but neglected. So it's almost like they're going to try and enforce rules on us, but we're going to neglect them and not take them seriously. We're just going to get on with it. And I do see mass arrest. I just feel mass arrest here. Rethink. So I'm just going to go by what I've just done there. I'm sorry it's so rushed, guys. I just keep hearing rethink. They're going to have to rethink these rules they're going to try and put in place, because they can't, there's too many people compared to police. There's no way they're going to be able to manage this at all. It's literally going to be mayhem. It's almost equivalent to like an image of Hyde Park when there's a concert on and there's hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of people there, all saying, no, you're not going to lock us down, coming in unison in Hyde Park. And then there's a tiny like row of police around all of them. You can't. It's coming out in the masses. So let's see what happens on that one. But I feel they're going to have to rethink, reshuffle, rethink. They're going to have to. That's what I keep hearing. Reshuffle, rethink. So I feel there are going to be boundaries, but if it came to a mass lockdown, the pushback is going to be so immense, they will almost like withdraw, if that makes sense. So that is it, guys. It's so dark in here. It gets spooky in my house when it gets dark. It's the Victorian terrace in London. Probably a lot of history here, guys. By the way, we don't own the whole house. We're in London. Like we could afford it. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.